Tonight, we're going to talk about overcoming your fears with a quote battle. Here we go. All right, welcome to another episode of Getting Real in the Field. And this is the show where we talk about all the things that you hate to do, which is following up, making phone calls, talking to people, talking to strangers, talking to your neighbors, and just overall talking, period. And so tonight, I'm your host, JP Fluellen, and your host, Khek Teh. We love our in-studio audience, and we love our Khek Teh.
Thanks, man. You too.
Thanks, man. So, in thinking about what's going on in the world today, it's like that song, something's wrong in the world today. I don't know what it is, but we do know what it is.
Who sings that one?
Oh gosh.
I didn't put you on the spot. Sorry, man.
Living on the that's Aerosmith.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, Living on the Edge.
There you go. Okay. Aerosmith it shall be.
Go. I can't do that voice though. Living on the edge. No, not doing it. All right. So with all the things going on, we thought it would be appropriate tonight. We are gonna have a quote battle.
Ooh.
About the fears of what's going on. So for our listeners, we want you to vote on the best quotes in the comments. So, and then we're going to kind of riff a little bit on some of these and like how it's relevant into our businesses and things like that. So that way you guys can get some value out of it rather than just hearing us, pontificate, on certain, different things that are going on and talking about, what people said about this and that and all that kind of stuff. Cause I've got my own quotes too that I could throw out there.
Oh, wow.
These are going to be bonus quotes. So if I see that on a t-shirt, make sure you put, dash JP Fluellen if you put that on a t-shirt. So it's good stuff. All right. So Khek.
Yes. You want to start first?
Oh, okay. I'll start it off.
Okay. You start first. You've got more quotes than I do, guys.
All right.
So go for me. It's about quality, not quantity.
There you go. All right. So number one for me is let fear be a counselor, not a jailer.
Okay. Explain that one. That's deep thoughts there.
Yes.
By whom? Who quoted that one?
So that was Tony Robbins.
Okay.
And so fear. So the thing about fear is interesting because, what's the opposite of, or what's the positive connotation of fear? Courage, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So what fear does is it puts us on our toes, but it makes us like retract rather than move forward. But our senses kick in full gear when we're afraid. We see everything very much more clearly, but we don't necessarily make a decision from moving forward. We make a decision from making fear. So let fear teach you a lesson, but don't let it debilitate you from moving forward.
That's a great one. Okay. That's a really good one. I like that one. Okay. Here's mine. You only learn things, or you only learn who's been swimming naked when the tide goes out. Think about that one. That's by Warren Buffett. Okay. And he's one of my favorite business people that I always read about him. And I think that's really cool, interesting. So it's really, and the whole thing about this is that it's really during the hard times that you'll see who are the winners and who are the losers, and they get exposed. So along the same lines of like what you're talking about, right? Like, we've had, the market has been great over the past several years. And I know we're, times are a little bit volatile, and, interest rates are going up and stuff like that. But during this time that you will lose a lot of agents, and, because they're gripped, based on what you just shared, gripped by fear and do nothing at all. Right. Whereas what Warren Buffett is saying is like, really, you'll see who is really in it to win it, or who's going to lose out on it by sitting it out there.
Yeah. And you'll see, agents have, whether they've got a strong business when crazy times happen,
Yeah.
I heard for years and years and years and years and years, you need to have a sphere of influence business. You need to work your past clients, sphere of influence. Well, what happened in 2020? Sphere of influence and past clients were doing nothing.
And if you sat by a sideline, did nothing, and I've talked to a whole bunch of agents who have done that, and they kick themselves, right? Because remember when everything froze and no open houses or anything for a while, and everybody freaked out, and a bunch of them just sat by sidelines. And I said, no, you should be reaching out to people and going out, continue with that, because everybody is like running away. You should be reaching out, checking up on your clients and seeing how they're doing, show empathy and connect with them. Because how often when everybody's running away, you should be out there and say, hey, hope you're doing well. Let me help you with this. Let me bring you some, groceries when the elderly were locked in. And one agent who shared that with me said, yeah, I did exactly that. And help her sell her house because she was, during the pandemic, she was locked down. It's like, what's the point of having a house? Right? Things like that, opportunities come out of it. So anyways, I digress.
Yes. All right. So my second quote
Go for it.
Fear is not real. The only fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. Do not misunderstand me. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. And that was by Will Smith.
Will Smith, the guy who slapped.
I know. He wasn't afraid. Bop.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. I mean, because, if you give fear power, then it will take over.
And it will grip you, and you will stand there and quiver.
It will prevent you from moving forward. It'll if you continue to think of the future as,
I like that one.
Some ominous, beast,
okay,
to be afraid of, then you're just not gonna, you're not gonna do anything. So don't give it power.
Absolutely. Don't give it power. Take action.
But don't be dumb either. Don't be dumb.
No, I think you hit on a good point, and I'll say, Will Smith hit on a good point as well too. It's like, don't be stupid. The market is changing, so invest smart in a smart way. Like, evaluate your options, but don't do anything. And I'm hearing from, I just got off the phone with a group of like agents today, and and I overheard one of the managing brokers says, "Oh, don't invest in doing anything right now. Just sit tight and hang out there." It's like, what? Like, seriously, you tell them do nothing and sit there and just watch it go, the market change. And I'm not even saying the market will crumble. I'm saying the market will change. And in that change, there's opportunities in there. And if you do nothing, you will miss out on it.
Yep.
Right? Okay. I like this one. This is by Sir John. It's a Sir John Templeton, who's a financial investment. If you might have heard him from like investment funds and stuff like that. Okay. So this one's more about investing, but I think it's still very appropriate as well too. The first rule of investment is to buy low and sell high. Okay. And we all know that. But it says, but many people fear to buy low because of the fear of the stock dropping even lower. Then you might ask, when is the best time to buy low? The answer is when there is maximum pessimism. Right?
Interesting.
Think about that one. When everybody's like running scared right now, this is the opportunity to make a difference. And they often say, like, when there's times of change, business owners, business leaders, companies, the ones who are making the changes often, and making changes. And I loved your your stuff about not being gripped by fear is that if they can be smart about it, they will come out of this even better and ahead of the game when everybody else is running. That's my other quote.
I agree.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to one up you on this one.
Oh, damn it.
All right. So we generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Fear is nature's way of warning us to get busy.
Ooh, and you would not think that way, would you?
No, you wouldn't, because everything is all indicating do nothing, wait it out, let's see what happens. And think of all that time lost because you did nothing and you just sat and waited.
Oh, yeah. And sitting it out, right? Like, it just drives me bananas. I'm sorry, I got out of that meeting today listening to it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're telling a group of your fellow agents do nothing.
Yeah, that's just insane. My wife says today, she's like, can you print that document for me real quick? And I was like, okay. So I hit print, and it just starts, the little like things just keeps going back and forth and saying waiting to connect, waiting. And she's like, just let me do it. This is not a good use of my time. So she wants to take action, like just like right now. She's like, I'm over it. I got 30 seconds. If that's not it, I got to take action right now. I'm not going to just sit here and just wait for the thing to figure itself out. I'm going to take action. So
that's taking the bull by its horns.
Right.
Taking action.
Right.
There you go. Okay. Love that one. Okay. So again, from Warren Buffett. Okay. And again, this, I think this is a good one. I will tell you how to become rich. Close the doors. Be fearful when others are greedy. But however, be greedy when others are fearful. Right? So guess what? Your fellow agents are scared right now. You should be greedy and figure out what to do. I love when I talked to a couple of experienced agents today in this, and I had like different phone calls today. And one of them shared with me, it's like, you know what? I'm looking forward to this because now I can get into like cash out offers or buying homes. I am getting ready for, a lot of like the notice of defaults, foreclosures, helping families kind of save their homes, stuff like that. That is coming up. And I know I'm going to be busy, so I need to ramp up on this. I said, yeah, let's talk and let's work together on this.
Yep.
That's exactly what, you should be doing. When other people are fearful, you should be just jumping in. That's my quote.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Quote number 4. Do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out. So, continue to follow up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Continue to reach out. Continue to keep, doing what you do. And, don't veer away from the basics, I mean, that's all it's going to take. That was from Benjamin Franklin, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I feel like that's a really good one. It still applies to this day too.
It does. Like that. Why that's the number one reason why agents don't do anything is like, well, I gotta go online and I gotta do 16 hours of research first before I go out there and make a phone call, and then you're just not going to make phone calls.
Absolutely.
You're not going to follow
Bring
up.
it home, man, because I'm done with mine. So.
All right. So, all right, here we go. The cave.
Drum roll.
The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek.
Ooh, and
that was by Joseph Campbell.
Oh, okay.
So what you need to do is you need to go spelunking more often.
I love it. Go splunking. That's the lesson of tonight.
That is the lesson of tonight. Spelunking more often will get you the treasure you seek. All right. So let's wrap this thing up, Keck. So if people want to know what's going on in your world, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, if you guys want to talk about how to overcome your fears, come and talk to me. My number is 425-740-0260, or you can reach out and check us out on our website, Fieldnotes.ai. And how about you, JP?
All right, you guys can just text me directly, 307-772-1184. Text the word Spelunking, and we'll talk about how to overcome your fears. Or you can check me out at www.titanreteam.com. And if you go to /recruiting, you can see what we're doing over here at Real. And there you go. We'll catch you guys on the next video.
And don't be fearful.
Oh, and don't be fearful. And spelunk when you can. And and one more thing, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the like button, all the
That's the first action you need to take right now.
Take action right now and overcome your fear of subscribing to our website. So on that note, that's a wrap of another episode of Getting Real in the Field. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.